I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway. Hi, I'm Tseho. Testing 1, 2. Let's go. Right, so today is day 1 of my 30-day public speaking challenge, and I don't really know what I want to talk about during this whole 30 days. I'm just going to wing it most of the time, but sometimes maybe I'll come with like a topic that I'm speaking on or something, right? But for today, I want to talk about how the grace of God can literally, put you in spaces that you never thought you would end up in, right? So I was just thinking about my life and I was like, looking at my life, I never thought that one day I would be an English teacher in an Asian country, right? Because that's what I'm currently doing. I teach English in Taiwan, and I never thought, I never thought this would be me in a million years, right? And just how I got here, I feel like it was by God's grace, because even how the application happened, how I found out about this whole thing, it's just, to this day, I cannot imagine or like fathom, that happened to me. So I'll give you a big story. So my aunt used to work for Terco, yes, Terco, right, back in South Africa. And while she was still working on her missions and stuff like that, when she came back home, actually, she had this like scholarship of learning Mandarin, right, for a year. But the kicker is, when she told my mom about all of those things, right, it wasn't meant for me, it was meant for other people. But because my mom is such a, an inquisitive person, and she's just like a go-getter, and she like just wants to find things out, and if it's an opportunity that she sees that I could do, she will inquire about it, right? So this opportunity was never meant to come my way, it was meant for other people. And it's just so happened that my mom was around when this thing was being given to the initial people that were supposed to get the scholarship, or the people that my aunt had in mind, right? So yeah, my mom was like driving my aunt to these people's house to talk about this scholarship and stuff like that, but nobody seemed to be interested in it, right? So my mom was like curious, like, what is this thing that everybody's turning down? Like, let me see, right? And then my mom read all the details and everything, and she was like, nah, but Tseho can do this, And right now she's like working at a call center, and she's not really doing much with her life. So this is a great opportunity, right? Give me the details and then let me up. Listen, my mom didn't even ask me about it. My mom didn't want my input or anything. She just came one day and she was like, I found this out, you're applying, and there was that. And then we started the whole process, and yeah, like fast forward, I was supposed to come to Taiwan to learn Mandarin for a year, but because my things were like a little bit late, I only got the chance to do it for 9 months, right? So while I was in Taiwan for that duration, I fell in love, like, with the place, with the people, with the culture and everything. And then I found out that there's another scholarship that I can apply for my degree. And I did that, right? So after I finished my 9 months program of learning Mandarin, I applied for my degree and I got in. So I did another 4 years of my degree in Taiwan. And then, fast forward, I then got an opportunity to teach English, and that's what I'm doing now. But I was just like looking at how everything like worked out, and I'm like, guys, this was just by the grace of God. And looking at it now, the way I'm so good at my job, I'm like, God knew. He knew that, baby girl, this is where you're supposed to be, because I'm really, 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 really good at my job, and I never even thought that I would teach in my entire life, because, like I said, I have a problem of like speaking in front of people. But the funny thing is, when I'm in class, like, I'm the most confident. Like, I don't have any problem speaking up and everything. And I was reminded by a friend of mine the other day that while we were back at school, my business teacher used to like give me notes to write on the board, and I was like, oh, that was preparation. Can you see God's? Can you see? He's the mastermind of everything. Because when I was like writing notes in class that time, I wasn't thinking, one day I'm going to be an English teacher, or teaching was never in the cards for me. I didn't think about it. It was not something that I saw myself doing, right? But now, looking back, I'm like, oh, God was preparing me, but I just didn't know it. And like I said, I'm really, really good at my job, right? I really, 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 really like what I'm doing. I'm really good at it. And I'm like, wow. Sometimes you must just trust God's plan, guys. He knows. But yeah, like, that's it. I was just like looking at my life, and I'm like, you know what? Mudimu ke star, guys. Like, don't take that for granted. Mudimu ke star. Sometimes things don't work out the way we would have hoped or imagined, but just trust in the knowing that God's got you, and whatever that is happening, it's for the best. It's for the best. And I'm also still trying to remind myself of that line, that everything is always working out for me, even in situations that it may seem like it's not, but it actually is. Because sometimes like in my depressive modes, and I'm just like, God, why me? Oh my God. But then I have to remind myself that, no, girl, look where you are, and you never thought you would be here, and it's all by the grace of God. So trust and believe that everything is always working out in your favor. So yeah, that is my little TED talk for today. But like I said, I wanted to challenge myself to speak more, to be comfortable speaking, to be comfortable being, is it in front or behind the camera? Whatever that is, just be comfortable expressing myself, sharing myself, and sharing my ideas and all of that, and not wanting to curl up because now I'm scared of sharing my ideas and thoughts and whatever. So yeah, but I think the message for today also, just trust in the process. Trust that everything is always working out for you. Trust that even in your darkest times, it's for a divine plan and a purpose, even though you don't see it at the time. Just trust in it, and just believe that, man, everything is going to work out, So yeah, I'm just coming on here to share the greatness and the work of God, and be like, yo, guys, sometimes muhawa mudimune top. But yeah, that's it for me. That's it from me. And that was me testing 1, 2, 3 over and out.